Hello again, Dan Alasso, Making History. And this is another primary source for U.S. history. And this one is an anonymous account of the strange new land that Europeans had found across the Atlantic and the people who lived there. I have revised a bit of the spelling and probably the pronunciation to make the text more legible. I haven't entirely rewritten the account though, so it sort of retains that sense of wonder and mystery. Now the author sort of implies that he saw all these wonders himself, but he seems to have trouble distinguishing between information that seems likely to be true and claims that we would now regard as completely mythical. And this confusion might seem a little bit odd, since by 1511, when this account was first read by Englishmen, the Spanish and the Portuguese had already been operating in the New World for nearly 2 decades, almost a full generation. So in any case, this is the first printed account that we have of America in English. It was printed about 1511. It's an extract from a book printed in Antwerp, and as the editor of the anthology that I got it from said, it is a compilation with many fanciful additions, more or less from the narratives of Amerigo Vespucci. And that editor was Edward Arber from a book called The First 3 English Books on America, and that was printed in London in 1885. And it's quoted, like many of these sources that I'm using, in Alfred Bushnell Hart's American History as Told by Contemporaries, which was printed in 1897. And so anyway, here it goes. Here aforetimes, in the year of our Lord God, 1496, and so, be we with ships of Lisbon sailed out of Portugal through the commandment of the King Emmanuel. So have we had our voyage. For by fortune, islands over the great sea, with great charge and danger, so have we at last found one, lordship, where we sailed well 900 miles by the coast of Celandis, which I think is Iceland. There we, at the last, went a land, but that land is not now known, for they have no masters written thereof, nor it knoweth. And it is named Armenica, America. There we saw many wonders of beasts and fowls that we have never seen before. The people of this land have no king, nor lord, nor their God. But all things is common. The men and women have on their head, neck, arms, knees, and feet, all with feathers bounden for their beauty and fairness. These folk live like beasts, without any reasonableness. And they eat also one another. The man eateth his wife, his children, as we have also seen, and they hang also the bodies of persons' flesh in the smoke, as men do with us swine's flesh. And that land is right full of folk, for they live commonly 300 years and more, as with sickness they die not. They take much fish, for they can go under the water and fetch so the fishes out of the water. And they war also one upon another. For the old men bring the young men thereto, that they gather a great company thereto of 2 parties, and come the one against the other to the field of battle, and slay one another with great heaps. And now, holding the field, they take the other prisoners, and they bring them to death and eat them. And as the dead is eaten, then flay they the rest, and they are then eaten too. Otherwise live they longer times and many years more than other people, for they have costly spices and roots, where they themselves recover with and heal them as they be sick. So this is kind of an interesting description of these new people that the Europeans encounter, who they believe are savage cannibals, but they're also kind of impressed that they live a long time and they seem unusually healthy because they don't suffer from disease. And of course, the bringing of European and Asian and African diseases to the New World, to the Americas, will be central to the story of European colonization and of the destruction of native civilizations. But in any case, That was a short passage that introduced Europeans, and especially Englishmen, to this new world. That they then became very interested in going to and exploring and colonizing. So I hope you found that a little bit interesting. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again very soon.